Good morning from the heart of New York City. This is Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast dedicated to wanting to learn and apply to eat better daily. I'm your host, Shurina from CreateYourselfToday, your personal nutritionist, your personal health and wellness coach, your fellow biohacker, your personal fat loss guru, and just someone with a lot of passion for healthy food, healthy eating, nutrition, and just anything and everything related to using food as a tool to make you look the best, feel the best, and perform the best on all levels. I'm a food geek, nutrition geek, and I really believe that every single aspect of your being, of your looks, of your performance can be improved through foods, because foods that we consume on a daily basis builds us from every single cell in our body to every single emotion and thought that we experience in our day. So today's podcast is dedicated to your question, guys, to questions that I get on my Instagram live or in my inbox or on Twitter or other social media channels or on the streets when I meet you. Everywhere and anywhere. I love questions. Send them over to Angela at CreateYourselfToday or ask them on Quora. You can find me as Angela Shurina there. So the first question that I've been asked recently is about keto diet, high-fat diet. And the question goes something like this, because a lot of people asking me the same question in different forms. So if I'm on a keto diet, if I'm on high-fat diet, and I'm in deep ketosis, can I still not lose weight if I eat too many calories? Do calories still matter? And although some people in keto movement say that it doesn't matter, it does. And I like to give people example with a bottle of oil or butter. Consider this: if you're in deep ketosis and most of your calories are consumed from fats, and you're eating like a pack of grass-fed butter or the whole bottle, a can of coconut oil that's gonna end up, I don't know, like 5,000-6,000 calories, 7,000 calories. Do you still expect your body to really still lose weight consuming all these calories? Or if you're eating a few pounds of nuts a day and avocados and all these other super healthy fats, do you really think that your body will just burn through fat and burn through fuel and still will burn your own fat, and you're gonna magically lose fat just because you're eating just fat? It doesn't work like that. The calories and the amount of food you eat, they still matter. What I'm trying to say when I say calories, you shouldn't pay so much attention to calories, and you should pay more attention to the quality of foods you're eating, to your macronutrients, the amount of proteins, fats, what foods they coming from, when you're eating. What I mean by that when I say that is that you should take into account that not calories created equal. That, for example, eating more protein will require from your body more energy to digest it and assimilate compared to carbohydrates, and that's why calorie is not a calorie for your body. But if at the end of the day, your body gets more energy from the foods you're eating after digestion and, all the other factors taken in, if your body still manages to create more energy, more calories, you're not going to lose weight, because your body not going to burn your fat unless probably you're obese and sick, and when you change the quality of your diet, that alone makes your body to release a lot of fat, because obesity in particular is a disease. It's not a natural state for your body. So then you might be able to lose fat, but that also depends on every single case. But calories matter. Guys, I used to be on a really good keto diet, but I used to just consume, a lot of fatty coffees or a lot of oils, olives and avocados and nuts and seeds, and I would see no progress in my body composition. I was lean, I was healthy, but I wanted to lose a few more digits of my body fat for competitions, for photo shoots, but it wouldn't change unless I reduce the amount of food that I was eating, and I increased a little bit of proteins and I decreased a little bit of fats, and that helped me to get those 5% of body fat down. So calories still matter, but that's not the only thing, far from it, that matters. So if your weight doesn't move and you're on a keto diet, then it might be the time to start reducing the amount of food you're eating and eating more whole foods, meaning more fats from like avocados or olives or nuts and seeds, instead of consuming bulletproof coffees and eating pure butter and pure oils, fat bombs and what's not. And for a lot of people, actually, fat diet might not work exactly with the macronutrient ratio with high fat. You might need to consume a little bit more protein, maybe even a little bit more carbs, and especially from fiber-rich vegetables and foods. And you might, again, consume a little bit less fat, a little bit more protein, might or might not a little bit more carbs. So experiment. If something doesn't work, don't expect it to work just because someone else thinks it works 100% for everyone. There is no such thing. The second question is about timing. I'm often asked, does it matter when I eat? If I eat right before bed every single day, right before going to sleep, or consume my calories in the morning and then I do intermittent fasting? Yes, guys, that matters. Timing matters. And recent studies confirm that it actually matters a lot. That, for example, your body needs a certain amount of hours a day without food, that you need to fast. Otherwise, you can get sick even consuming the healthiest foods. If you're grazing all the time and there is no time when you are not eating, you change your microbiome, you change the gut bacteria, the health of your gut bacteria with time, with certain eating habits. You are more insulin sensitive, for example, in the morning. You digest food better in the morning or in the middle of the day, basically in the first part of the day compared to late night eating. The body is very cyclical, and it is synchronized with day-night cycles. So if you want to get the leanest, if you want to get the healthiest, if you want to improve your digestion, and even things like leaky gut syndrome or gluten or lactose intolerance, all of that actually can be related to the timing of your eating and not having enough fasting time in your day. So timing matters. When you eat, how many hours without food you have, it all matters for your weight loss, for your fat loss. And again, there was experiment, for example, done with mice when they fed one group of mice high fat, high sugar diet, the same kind of diet, the second group of mice, but the only variable was the timing of eating and the amount of hours the mice spent without food. So one group had access to food 24 hours a day, the other group of mice had access to food only for 8 hours a day, and they ate the same diet, the same amount of food, and what they found out is that the mice that had access to food 24 hours a day got all kinds of diseases, in human terms, heart disease and all kinds of cholesterol issues and pre-diabetes or diabetes even. And then the other group of mice that ate the same shitty diet but for 8 hours a day, they had none of those issues. So guys, the timing of food matters, and I can tell you from my own experience that your skin, your digestion, your even your lean body mass, everything improves when you change the time you're eating, when you start intermittent fasting properly, when you consume most of your food after your workouts and in the first part of the day. All of that matters. How the body absorbs the nutrients, how the body partitions the nutrients, meaning when you eat, what your body does with that, either builds muscles or stores fat. So timing matters a lot. And if you want to learn more about it, then check out the latest book by Satchin Panda PhD, Circadian. I forgot actually the full name of it, but look it up, Circadian something, Satchin Panda PhD. I'll put the name in the show notes. The third question of today is eating sweet things, even if it's something like stevia or some other sugar substitute that doesn't raise your blood sugar, is it okay to eat those things? Like, for example, sugar-free chocolate sweetened with stevia is one example. What I learned from a personal experience, the taste matters for your eating habits. Meaning, so for example, if you compare stevia sweetened chocolate to 100% dark chocolate, no sweeteners added, you are more likely to overeat that stevia sweetened chocolate than 100% dark chocolate. Just make an experiment. Take a whole bar of stevia sweetened chocolate and then a whole bar of 100% chocolate, and see how much of each you can naturally eat without you I cannot eat no more, and you naturally stop. And what you'll find out is sweet taste make you overeat, even if that doesn't raise your blood sugar and it comes from totally natural sources like stevia, but also it relates to artificial sweeteners like Splenda or aspartame. And it's not that they necessarily will cause cancer in you, especially if you don't consume them in huge amounts. But what it does, it actually makes you overeat. Your body expects calories when you eat sweet things. Your body expects carbohydrates, and your hunger actually goes up. And at the end of the day, you just start eating more. And research also confirms that when you eat artificial sweeteners, they make you eat more calories. They don't have calories themselves, or very few calories, but they do make people overeat. And that is not a great thing if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to burn fat, because more food at the end of the day is still more food. And if you want to maximize your fat loss, you want to reduce the amount of food you're eating, and you also want to reduce the amount of hunger and cravings you're having on a regular basis. And eating sweet things can and probably will make you eat more. Just do this chocolate experiment. I did it all the time. That's why most of the time I'm sticking to 100% chocolate, because that thing, I'm just not able to overeat on 100% chocolate, whereas stevia sweetened chocolate like Lily's or other brands, I can eat like a kilo of it. No problem with that. So knowing that, I do not buy stevia sweetened chocolate most of the time, and I'm sticking to 100%. So sweet taste without calories can make you overeat, and probably will, because that's just how our brain works. It tastes sweet and it wants to eat more, even if that sweet taste doesn't come with a lot of calories. So these are the questions of today. Hope you found them useful. So to recap, high-fat diet can still keep you fat, and even if it's ketogenic diet, even if it's the best keto diet, and even if you're in deep ketosis, you might still not be able to burn your own fats if you're eating simply too much. Timing of food matters. Timing of when you eat matters for your body composition, for your fat loss, and for your gut health and overall health and the feeling of well-being. And sweet taste can make you overeat, can make you eat more, and that's why a lot of artificial sweeteners and natural sweeteners are not a great idea. Eat healthy food, eat natural foods like avocados, like 100% chocolate, and you are much less likely to overeat. I'm yet to see a person who just ate tons of avocados just by themselves. Unless you were really starving, or a lot of 100% chocolate. Like, really haven't met that person. So use this in your favor to achieve fat loss and health goals that you are after. And if you have any questions, you can always shoot me an email to Angela@CreateYourself.today, or head to Quora and ask your question there. I'm more than happy to answer any of your questions, and if I don't know the answer, I'll do the research. This is like pure pleasure for me. Thank you for listening, guys, and till next time, eat better daily.